very quickly, very briefly, I do apologize for how quickly I'm about to go, but I gotta do what I gotta do, okay? So, first, let's take a look at number one on the quiz. You know what I noticed? I noticed that the people who got the questions wrong, if there were 3 things you needed to do in the question, they were getting 2 out of 3 right. For instance, the answer to number 1 is -4. Do you have any idea how many people put 4? Lots of people put 4. So you didn't get it wrong because you're stupid. You didn't get it wrong because you have no idea how to do it. You got it wrong because you did not have a complete idea of how to do it. So let's do this right now. -3 times -4 minus 4 squared. Now the good news is that what's -3 times -4?
Positive 12.
Positive 12. We know that because when I multiply by a negative, I have to change the first sign. That's 12. Now, 4 squared. Is 4 squared 8 or is 4 squared 16?
16.
16. Very good. So now I get positive 12 and -16. That's not positive 4. Which list is going to be longer? The positives or the negatives? The negatives. So when you're all done, what's going to be left over?
Negative.
Negatives. So the answer is -4.
Wait.
Okay? So again, people who came up with 4 were doing something right, just not everything right. Next, number 2. Number 2 says this. You guys did, as by and large, we did a really nice job on number 2. 5n squared times 7n to the 8th. Multiply coefficients, add exponents. What's 5 times 7? 35. What's n squared times n to the 8th? N to the 10th. Multiplying coefficients, coefficient means number in front, and exponents. Next up, number 3. Here's another example of where people were almost perfect, but one little mistake and you got it wrong, even though you did a lot of it right. -28 divided by 4. It's not 7. What is it? -7. A lot of people put 7. And then subtract exponents. 5 minus 4 is 1. 12 minus 9 is 3. Ava, I think you left the n out.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, can't let that happen. Now, number 4, I want to show you a whole nother way to do number 4. The reason is because some people get it right, but a lot of you are getting it wrong. And I'm going to show you another way. How many people thought that this one in red down here was not that hard? Because if you can do this one, you can do the one in green. To raise it to the 4th power means to multiply it by itself 4 times. So I'm going to do 3x to the 5th times 3x to the 5th times 3x to the 5th times 3x to the 5th. Now you see, when people got this wrong, they all wrote 12. But look across. This will remind you to multiply. What's 3 times 3? 9. Times another 3 is 27. Times another 3 is 81. And then add exponents, just like you did 2 plus 8 is 10. 5, 10, 15, 20. 81 x to the 20th. And finally, the question that I expected everybody to get right, there were people who blew 100 because they didn't get this one right. And this was like the easiest one on the whole test. You got to make this front number between 1 and 10. 3 places, 6 places, 9 places, 1 more place. 5.4 times 10 to the 10th. Okay? So for those who wanted to go over the quiz, that's the going over the quiz. If you need to, watch the video tonight. Now, as far as today's lesson goes, very, very quickly, we just did questions like all of these. I want to concentrate on these 2 because all we're talking about today are these 2 equations. Yesterday we began talking about same side, opposite side. We said that in any equation, I could draw a line through the equal sign. And what I have to ask myself is, are the variables on the same side or are they on the opposite side? Take a look at the first one here. Are these variables on the same side, yes or no? Same side?
Same operation.
Same operation. Do what it says. What is 6n's minus 3n's? 6n's minus 3n's. 3n.
3s.
I didn't touch the plus 4, I didn't touch the 13. Now it looks like a normal equation. Ready? So instead of saying plus 4 here, what should I write? Minus 4. Doing inverse and opposites. 3n equals 9. Divide by 3. N equals 3. That's the answer to the first one. This is a same side, because the letters are on the same side, do the same operation. Now let's take a look at the next one. Are the letters on the same side, or are they on opposite sides?
Opposite side.
Opposite side?
Opposite operation.
So this 3h, is it positive or negative?
Positive.
Positive. This negative belongs to the 15. So I do minus 3h, minus 3h. What's 5h's minus 3h's?
2H.
So I get 2h minus 1 equals 15, and now it's like normal. Add 1, die. 2h is 16. Divide by 2. H is 8. And that's my correct answer. Okay? Any questions about that? Any problems with that? Okay, let's try one more. Take a look at this guy. Number 1, give it a shot. The first question you ask yourself is, are those letters on the same side or the opposite side? If they're on the same side, same operation. If they're on opposite side, this is yours. Opposite operation. Go ahead, I'll give you 30 seconds to get it done.
Finished.
Ava, why is your paper not out on your desk? That's, if your paper doesn't be out on your desk, you will never understand it. It's no but. Joe, why is your paper not out on your desk? When your primary concern is getting out of the room rather than learning what's going on in the room, you'll never be successful. Okay, is this the same side or opposite side situation? So I do the? What's 5n's minus 2n's?
3S.
3n plus 8 equals negative 7. Now what do I do?
Minus 8.
Subtract the 8. Very good. Minus 8, minus 8. Die. Did I touch that 3n?
No.
Equals negative 15 divided by 3n, negative 5. All right, we got a couple of days of these ahead of us, so we will catch up. Hasta la vista, vaya con Dios, toodaloo, ta-ta, arrivederci, smile a lot. No, I do not, never on Friday.
Mr. Lippert, what did the packet do?
Sure. What?
What did the packet do?
I haven't given you a date yet, but I will give you one eventually.
Okay.
That's okay. It's not wrong, it says okay. That's the one that's wrong. That's fingers.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering.
Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Catherine Jaramillo to the main office. Catherine Jaramillo to the main office.